Hi, Sharks. I'm Ahime.
And I'm Michael. We seek $250,000 for 5% of our company, Sweet Kiwi.
Sharks, as a married couple
and parents
and business partners,
we can tell you life is all about balance.
But when it comes to eating, we all struggle to balance eating healthy with eating what tastes good.
Let's be honest, all the indulgent stuff we love isn't good for us.
And that's where we come in with Sweet Kiwi. It's an amazing, delicious whipped brick frozen yogurt, low in calorie, that's surprisingly great for you.
It's made with nutrient-dense ingredients, and it supports gut health and wellness.
It's made from real milk sourced from smallholder, family-owned farms, and each pint boasts of 22 grams of protein,
prebiotic fiber,
gut-healthy probiotics,
and a unique blend of immunity-boosting superfoods,
all of which work better together.
Kind of like us.
Exactly. So, Sharks, who's excited about whipping up the frozen dessert aisle with Sweet Kiwi and changing the way consumers experience food?
In front of.
All right. So, I mean, personally, no, I don't do the Greek yogurt thing. Do some yogurt, but Greek yogurt is not usually my go-to. But this looks almost like ice cream. Like, I feel like this is a thing that you could, seems more indulgent than Greek yogurt, or my impression of how Greek yogurt tastes. So definitely excited for that. To see like where they've gotten to so far with their consumer packaged goods business here, and hopefully justifying their $250,000 for 5%. So what, 4 or 5 million? Is that what it is? Something like that. So anyway. Looking forward to that justification. We're going to check out their website, social media at the end, as well as feature one of your comments from down below in the super community.
We have 6 different flavors.
We have vanilla bean, cookies and cream, chocolate hazelnut, which are our classic flavors. You have a raspberry frosé, which is one of our innovative flavors, a hibiscus and ginger, which is one of our more inclusive flavors, and our mango mojito as well.
The raspberry frosé is amazing.
It is fantastic.
That's actually my favorite. That's actually
my God, I love the cookies and cream.
Thank you.
How much added sugar do you put into this?
So each pint has averagely between 35 to 40 grams of total sugars.
That is good.
Okay, so tell us about you. Like, how did you come up with this, and what's your background?
So my background, I'm from Nigeria. I was born in Nigeria, raised between Nigeria and the UK, and then I moved to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Go Mavs. So when I was in Dallas, I was diagnosed with a uterine fibroid, and I had to go see a doctor. And I was just 22 at the time, and she was telling me all this stuff about surgery. And so I started thinking maybe a lifestyle change could be a different solution. And so I started researching. I changed my diet, started eating better, but I struggled with the dessert part. And I found frozen yogurt, but I started realizing it was just not healthy. So much sugar, low fat, but crazy amount of sugar. So I started making this stuff in my home kitchen.
You did?
Yes.
And you have no chef or ice cream background?
No, and I kept getting better at it. And then I went to Penn State to perfect the recipe. I've taken all the courses from cultured dairies to ice cream manufacturing and just kept getting better. And that's how Sweet Kiwi came about. I was about to open a store in Dallas, and my brother was getting married in Nigeria, and so I went to Nigeria. And I decided they didn't have anything healthy at all. So we opened stores in Nigeria. We grew that business.
In Nigeria?
Yes.
Correct.
Retail stores?
Brick and mortar stores.
Wow.
So I grew that business to one of the biggest frozen yogurt companies in Africa.
What?
And we went
How long ago was this? How long ago?
Wow.
I started in 2011.
Really?
Now, is the international business part of this offer?
No, it's not. So Sweet Kiwi in the U.S. is registered as a separate SPV by itself.
How big is it? Give us an
Lifetime
idea.
revenue is about $2 million. We want to take all the success that we've been able to experience and be able to take that experience to build a CPG brand
But
in
we're
Nigeria.
really focused on the American business, and so came back here. And I started getting approached by people who thought that it was a phenomenal product, and that's how we relaunched. We were approached by Whole Foods, and right now we're in Whole Foods stores, Walmart stores.
How many?
So we're just in about 1,700 stores.
That's not bad.
So we've been in Whole Foods for over 2 years. We just launched in Walmart this year. We just launched this month into Kroger nationally.
What are the USA sales?
So this year, we've already done $650,000, and we're on track to do about between 1.2 to 1.4 by end of year.
Wow.
Let's go. That is awesome. Look, taking that experience going into CPG, consumer packaged goods, is tough. Especially when you're taking something that, like, in a brick and mortar situation, you can make it fresh on site, or, you know, from a local maker. Look at Lori's face right there, her eyes. You know, take it from a local maker and then, you know, have it there at the brick and mortar store, sell it. It doesn't have to necessarily have the shelf life as long as when it's in CPG. And that's where you can kind of get into trouble, preservatives and things like that. I was actually working with somebody in the super community that reached out that makes a product fresh and is working towards getting into CPG for her business. And amazing product that she has, but it's gotta be fresh, stay fresh, and makes it kind of tricky because you have to have those chemicals and that thing. And it sounds like Ahima went to Penn State, so shout out to Penn State in my somewhat backyard of Philadelphia. So yeah, I really want to try it. So hopefully they got some on sale on their website to sell direct, or if I could go to maybe one of my local Whole Foods. It was just still kind of far from me. It's like 20 minutes from me. So either way, be cool. So we'll check out the website and see if they can make we can make that happen.
Can you walk us through the price model? What does it sell for at retail on average?
Okay, so our products are sold between $4.97 all the way up to $6.99.
How does that compare?
Okay.
We're pretty competitive in comparison to other products on the shelf, but if you think about what makes Sweet Kiwi so unique, that it's the only frozen whipped Greek yogurt on the shelf.
So guys, if you make 600,000 this year, will you break even? Will you lose money? Will you make money?
So we're already break-even cash flow. We're not looking for outside capital to be profitable. What we're really focused on is to, one, build our brand, marketing, and really focusing on taking Sweet Kiwi to that next level.
I've heard enough. I'm going to make you an offer, okay?
Hey.
It's going to reflect the risk I see inherent in this deal. I'll give you $250,000 for 20%.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you for your offer. We would like to hear other
Absolutely.
offers.
All right, so listen, my thoughts are you're extremely impressive to open a business in a whole nother country, but at the valuation, as well as it being one of my first journeys heading down this route, it's an expensive education for me. I love the product, but as for the business, I'm out.
Because you're not big enough to go and do a national ad campaign. What works, right?
So right now, what works for us is doing demos, doing promos, oftentimes.
And what's your cost
Of goods sold right now, average is $2.25.
Okay, so it's
our goal is to
$2.25.
get that under $2.20 because as we reach economies of scale, we'll eventually get there. Why? Because one, you have to price in the promotions, you have to price in the marketing. That's all part of the model. What we've been able to achieve over the last year, we went from selling under $3.20 to now selling above $4.20.
That's your wholesale price.
That's our wholesale price.
That's really expensive. Really?
No, guys, you got an offer on the table. You got an offer on the table.
We're also getting a lot of press coverage. We're featured
I know,
last year
but
by CNN.
like in I'm rooting for you. You have an offer on the table.
What were you going to say?
I was saying, coming back to what you said earlier, Mark, you brought up the very valid point. Biggest problem that we have to solve right now is marketing. How do we build a brand, and how do we tell a story in a very, very cluttered world? That's actually what the capital is actually going to be used for.
You know,
Yeah, 250,000 is not going to go a long way. That is for certain. But yeah, this test, you know, getting it. I mean, anything that's with food, you got to get it in people's hands, and you gotta get them to taste it, right? Like that's the best way to, you know, open up the opportunity for them to want to go. And I almost feel like the competition for this isn't other yogurts. And look, when you're talking about and the example I was alluding to earlier, CPG, especially frozen CPG. I mean, it's a space. You know, everything has to pay rent, right? The space that something takes up has to be paying back in necessity or pleasure, right? And that's in your personal, that's also in the business, right? And when it comes to frozen, it's like there's only so much room in the supermarket, and then there's even a smaller limited space in frozen, and then there's even smaller space for frozen treats. And I feel like the competition for this isn't other yogurts. It's like Talente and Ben & Jerry's and those other high-end Dove novelty type of novelty ice creams and things like that. So it's tough because it's not even going to be where the other yogurts are since it's frozen instead of just like chilled in like a refrigerator, like on the like one of those refrigerator shelves that's open. So yeah, it's definitely tough, and it's a education process for sure getting people in. But I think Kevin does have an offer. I mean, if they could push him down to like 15 to 10%, or I'm sorry, yeah, 15 to 10, but probably maybe if he bends, maybe if somebody else offers, he'll come down to like 15.
Based on my frozen farmer experience, right? I mean, we worked really hard to be really successful.
Isn't it competitive
and it's
to you?
working. Yeah, it is. I love the product, but I'm sorry, I'm going to have to be out.
She wants to kick your ass.
Guys, let me step in. Look, I kept on asking about marketing because it is the hardest question.
Correct.
You've solved every other question, but there's huge uncertainty, and you didn't really have a response of what you're going to do. I don't know for certain what that path is, so for those reasons, I'm out.
Well,
Mark, can I just say that when I started this business in 2011, I was so unsure. I never thought I would be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to do something that was going to help people. I wanted to work for the UN. I was volunteering for the IRC in Dallas.
You were in Dallas, of course.
And the one reason I knew that I could do this was the exciting...
Out. Gone. All right.
Well,
I'm out. Out. Gone. I don't know what you're doing. You say you're an entrepreneur. You focus on the money. They're all out. There's only one guy left. I made an offer when there was all these sharks.
Robert is still in.
Mr. Wonderful's pissed, okay? I'm out.
Mr.
Robert's
Wonderful.
still in.
I understand you're pissed.
I don't care. I'm out. You got Robert. Go for it.
that is that sucks. That really sucks. But at least I got my title for the video. Mr. Wonderful is pissed. So, all right, even though Mark's out, and I mean clearly they want to get with Mark. He's into foods. Healthier foods. He's in Dallas. I could see why you're pushing, even though he's out. So it's a shame that, or at least I think he said he was out. I don't really remember him saying he was out. Maybe I missed it, but yeah, I think it's a shame that Kevin pulled his offer, because now it's up to Robert, and I have my doubts.
I've learned business is about making money, not always about emotion. I mean, that's just vaudeville.
It's my money, and I'll cry if I want to.
Yeah, you can.
And you are.
There is no...
Well, Robert, you step up.
There is no certainty in life, right? I mean, you went to a country, you didn't know anything. My dad came here at 37 on a boat, didn't even speak the language. What certainty did he have? What I look for is with people that can land on their feet and adapt. Adaptability is the greatest strength of an entrepreneur. I don't have a lot of investment in this space, but I love this space, and I want to learn. And I've been looking to learn with somebody. I've been looking to partner with somebody where I can use my capital and my experience with enterprises, and we can build something greater. And there are no two better people that I'm going to put my money into than the two of you. Why can't this be a $50 million, $100 million business, and I can help you get there? So I will pick up Kevin's emotional theatrics off the ground.
Thank you very much.
I'll pick up that same offer. I'll give you the $250,000 for 20%, and why not us?
Can I make a counter offer?
Come on, after that great speech, man.
Love the speech. I'd like to counter by saying we'd like to offer you 71.1% in equity and throw in 5% advisor shares.
Your counter is $250,000 for 12.5%.
For 7.1% in straight equity, 5% advisor share.
12.1 total.
I'll go down. I'll split the difference with you. I'll go 250,000 for 16%.
16%. Okay.
I mean, we're both learning here. You got to believe in me. I believe in you. We can make this thing happen.
different than brick and mortar.
Okay, so we appreciate the offer, and we'd like to say yes.
All right. Let's go, Robert. Robert gets one. Yeah. Kevin lost out by 4%.
So impressive.
Congrats.
When Mr. Wonderful said he was pissed, we certainly didn't want him to be pissed. You never want to leave a good offer on the table. So when Robert came in, we really jumped at the opportunities to close the deal. We're going to grow this company into becoming a $100 million company. Better yet,
$1 billion company.
Absolutely, that's right.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's check out their website. So we got Shark Tank right at the top here. Shop Sweet Kiwi Shark Tank special, 20% off site wide till March 31st. Following stores, find us in all of these stores, which is great. All the women-owned, mission-driven, blah 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 blah. All the benefits right there. Case of 4 is $39.99. Is that shipped? I hope that's shipped. Well, I mean, it probably isn't shipped. Let's see. If I click add to cart and check out shipping, now calculated in the next step. So yeah, that's $10 per with the tax included, plus you still have to ship it, which probably got dry ice. There's a case of 6 of vanilla bean for $58.98. Wow. Yeah, you got to get it in store for sure. For sure. You got the Instagram. I'd like to see more people enjoying the product. I think, again, I always say like faces, tell the story, help you self-identify. But over on Facebook, 218 in likes with some Shark Tank engagement going on there. Some engagement even before that. Twitter, we got 91 followers. A little bit of engagement there. A little bit of engagement there going on. Almost 7,500 followers over on Instagram. A lot of engagement. Really great. Great to see. As expected with Instagram and then LinkedIn, they have 9 employees apparently and 1,100 followers, which is great to see on LinkedIn. Anyway, I hope I'm saying your name right. Emmy. I totally butchered it, so I apologize. And Michael, was it Ema? I'm not. Yeah, so I think, or I apologize. Anyway, I'd love to have you on the show for an interview so that I could apologize to your face. Anyway, Surf Band Pro here said, hey man, fun watching the play-by-play. Surf Band Pro, we have been in contact since he aired last week, and we are working out dates to get together and do his interview here on the channel. Anyway, I appreciate you watching and making it to the end. Thanks for being a part of the super community. I'll see you in one of the videos right here. Take care and go be super.